Listen, today our digital specialist, I'm delighted, of course, is the Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University. That's Professor Kevin Curran. Kevin, thank you for joining us today. How's the form?
Good, Mark. Good.
Did your phone mast survive the storm?
It did, thank goodness. Yeah, good. I was worried for a good few hours that night, actually.
I tell you what, I mean, we're technologically it's been challenging. Anyway, look, in terms of mobile and broadband prices, I've had to deal with this lately on behalf of an elder, and I was staggered what I found when I put a wee bit of time in. What are you telling us today, Kevin?
Yeah, basically Ofcom, the regulator in the UK for communications, have said that have said a while ago actually that any phone, TV and broadband customers must be told about any mid-contract price point, rises at the point of sale, and also have it done in pounds and pences under new plans really. So again, so what they do again, that as you know, maybe lately last year, actually, most of our phone bills really and broadband, whatever, it went up, especially with BT actually went up 14%, which is higher than the consumer price index actually. But now they're raising it again actually by £1.50 to £3 for a BT in this case. Actually, from April, your monthly bill will go up £1.50 for phone and also £3 for broadband.
Gotcha.
So they actually are raising the prices in April.
But has the regulator impressed you here?
In some ways, yes. I mean, yeah. Why should there be mid-contract price rises? Really, I mean, I can see where any company can come along and given the cost of doing service and everything else, raise things. But given that broadband has now become such a utility, almost like water and electricity, so important for older people, for connections, for people doing business, for everything, that really we have to keep an eye on the people providing this really again, because again it's just so crucial in modern life really. But of course they do have costs, but really we've got to keep an eye on their profits.
Okay, the mother of all breaches, Kevin, I just think it's like the mother of all storms, the mother of all cyber breaches. Everything seems to be scale upon scale upon scale, ascending these days. 26 billion records. Who's got my stuff? Who's got your stuff? Is this Twitter? What is it?
Yeah, Twitter is one of the sites again. So 26 billion records leaked again from sites like Twitter and LinkedIn and Dropbox again. So another day, another data breach again. But this is quite a large one. And of course, there are sites you can go to again to see, whether or not. I've got a reminder yesterday from the site, the famous site, Have I Been Pwned? PWNED, by the way, where you enter your email address and it will tell you what data breaches that your email and your passwords have been compromised in. And of course, then what you want to do is... And
do you trust that? Do you trust that phone thing you talked about?
Oh, I do indeed. It's run by a cybersecurity expert, Troy Hunt, who I know actually.
I'll spell it out, Kevin. People maybe want to check that.
Have I, HAVIBEEN, been, PWNED, haveibeenpwned.com. Wow. So you can go there and you can register your email address, and then whenever new data breaches come along, like I said, this week already, I've been involved in 2 more data breaches, so I got emails for them. Trello was yesterday. So it will tell you again. So an email will come into you once the people behind the site, actually, one person discovers all these sites which have been compromised where usernames and emails and passwords have been leaked again. So it labels you to think, okay, did I reuse that password on other sites? Yeah. So it allows you to change it.
And spell it out, Kevin, in simple terms, why that matters. The breach.
It matters because what happens is, even with a site like Trello, for instance, I was involved in yesterday, my email address was leaked. What if I reuse a password on there? So the hackers now have another site with my email address and my password. And Trello might have no credit card details belonging to me or anything else, but the fact is they can go along to my banks, they can go along to Twitter, they can go along to LinkedIn or Amazon, for instance, try my username on those sites with the same password which had been leaked. And that's called credential stuffing. And lo and behold, 8 times out of 10, they find that, wow, that person used the same password on an account linked to their credit card.
Gotcha. So it's going through the discipline, which I hate, of changing stuff and changing stuff and changing stuff and not being predictable. Okay, Kevin, Fujitsu have been in the news a lot. There's not much more to say about it. In just the minute that I have, though, what's your final section? I mean, they sent in the post office. People went to prison. People lost their lives. And Fujitsu knew from the start. Will it change the industry, do you reckon, with regard to... I mean, they're a dairy employer, Kevin.
They are. I mean, it's to some degree, but of course we have regulations for years now which are supposed to fine companies for doing this or whatever else. I mean, it was just horrific. It's crazy how they didn't spot, and it turns out there since back as large as early as 1999 that they knew there was as many as 29 bugs in the system again. So
Right.
again, that technical people behind the scenes knew that there was a problem with Fujitsu's software.
Well, Kevin, thank you. The professor of cyber security at the Ulster University, Professor Kevin Curran. By the way, I had a lovely interview with Edel Murphy, the new chief executive of Atypical, on the programme yesterday. Great interview, says Rami. What a fabulous, honest interview, says Agnes. And brilliant, Edel, says Maureen. Folks, we were blown away by Edel Murphy on the programme, and we'll be hearing a lot more of her going forward. There's no doubt about that. 1:10, folks. I'll be talking about old